Hi there, ladies and germs. Frictions RC here again. So this is it. Did the second coat, let it air dry. Thought I'd mount it straight away. Um, I've got some spare wheels and tire sets. Again, stuff I've bought secondhand. So I thought I'd change the white ones which I had on the actual car itself to these kind of silver ones. I think the guy I bought them on must have painted them silver, but I thought it'll match. So here you go. My tribute to Mika Häkkinen, my favourite Formula One driver. Normally people say Ayrton Senna, and yes, I did like him, but more importantly, I preferred the car he drove, especially the MP4-4. But for me, the guy I'll always remember is Mika Häkkinen, mainly because he's the guy who ended, well, I should say not ended, but he broke Michael Schumacher's run of victories when he was driving for Ferrari for about 10 years. And the only guy who beat him during that time and actually won titles off him was Mika Häkkinen. And it's the only guy, and this is in Michael Schumacher's own words, that he truly respected on track and left alone off track, so they all get on with their own lives. And there is one famous instance where Schumacher, I think, did something a little bit naughty, which he's quite famous for. After the race, Häkkinen came over and just wangled his finger at him as if to say, "Don't ever do that to me again." And Schumacher just kind of looked at him and sort of nodded, like a schoolboy who'd been told off. Schumacher obviously famous for his, well, let's say not so fair racing, depending on which way you view it. But anyway, leaving that aside, I'm a huge Mika Häkkinen fan, hence the blue cross, the Finnish flag, as it were. Now, the Finnish flag is actually blue on white, but I did silver, as I said in the previous video, because he raced for both McLaren Formula One team and Mercedes. He's done DTM. And I think, although they do have black in there as well, the colour scheme is silver predominantly. So hence the silver and blue. Now, what you will notice is this bit, which is kind of caved in a bit. Now, that is because, as I keep saying, this is a second-hand body. And you don't really notice it when it's clear. You kind of feel it, but that's it. I tried to heat it up to kind of bend it out. Didn't quite work. But this is, now it's actually mounted and I've painted it, you can visibly see like it's been in an accident, which is, I guess, a little bit not as good. But there you go. Other issues I have, a few flaws. Obviously, you've got the mark on the top. There you go. That mark was already here on the shell. As I said, it didn't have a protective layer on it. It didn't have on the inside, on the outside either. So, yeah, when I got it, it had lots of marks and stuff, which, even though I washed it and cleaned it, only became visible after the red paint went on. Now, you'll also see a few bit of details. Can you see how it's not exactly perfect along here and at the front here? But that is because I made my own window masks. This didn't come with any window masks. I made it myself, as I said in the previous video, out of the kind of bag that you get in cereal packets. And I think that's wicked. So if any of you ever come across a second-hand body and you don't know what to do for window shells and stuff, that is, I'd recommend doing that. Here you go. Here's another sort of issue where I haven't cut it off properly. And again here. The thing is, though, I'm not too fussy about that, because all in all, it's a lot better than my previous attempt, which was my Porsche Bodyshell, or Porsche, which had loads of body sort of paint drip and, you know, loads of problems with it. So I had to stick the whole body up to try and style it out, which I don't really have to do on this. But what I will do is I will try and find myself a combination of stickers, both DTM stickers, specifically if I can find something with Mika Häkkinen's name on it, as well as some Drift RC stickers that kind of like, you know, the Japanesey type, NOS, all that kind of stuff, because although this is a Mercedes-Benz body, the colour scheme isn't accurate to any sort of colour scheme that's been done before in this kind of design. It's basically it's my own personal tribute to Mika Häkkinen, because I think he's such a great driver and he's pretty decent bloke from what I've heard when I've heard him in interviews. So it's going to be a bit of my own touches. Now, if I can get a sort of, you get those little mini names like M Häkkinen and the little Finnish flag on the sides like you do in rallying and all that kind of stuff. If I can find anything like that, I will do. At some point, I will put a grill on here. Not stickers. If I can avoid it, I'll probably cut it out because I've got like little gauze and stuff like that. And again, down here as well. I'm useless with electronics, but what I might do at some point is learn how to do light buckets. That's why I've left them like that. And the spoiler. As you can see, this didn't come with a spoiler either. I literally just got the shell. I have a spoiler that came with the car itself, which is the Maverick Strada DC. But I tried it and the holes don't line up. So what I might do is drill some extra holes and put that plastic thing on here. But all in all, it's, that looks really bad sometimes when I view it. It is irking me a lot. But all in all, it's not too bad. For what I wanted it to be, it's okay. My tribute to Mika Häkkinen and his time at McLaren and driving a Mercedes in the DTM. So this is Friction RC saying, hope you've enjoyed it. Apologies earlier with the GoPro. Didn't realise I angled it down and the sound was poor and you kind of got most of my hedge and not the actual car. But hopefully this video will make it a bit better. So, yeah, anyway, this is Friction RC saying, I'll catch you later.